I'm Katie.
I'm Liz, and we're
Not Your Mommy.
Here she is,
So
Kate
honored.
Fisher. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm such a fan. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, we actually have a rule that no one else with my name is allowed to join the podcast. So we actually made an exception for you today.
I love
That's
it.
how much we love you.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, I'm
yes.
so honored. So
Kate,
honored.
I was trying to think, have you and I met in real life? Because we're such internet friends. But
We are. I don't know that we have, but you're from Ladner. I'm from Tawasin.
oh my God,
And
wait, I
so
had no idea.
Maybe in like a past life we have, but I don't think we actually have. We're like, I know you
Wow.
online, but I don't actually know you.
Yeah, but I feel like I know you so well. Like it's like if someone's like, oh, do you know her? I'm like, oh yeah, like she's such a good friend. Anyways, welcome to the podcast, Kate. We're so happy to have you here.
Yes, so excited. And like I was also thinking too that I think the last time we actually worked together, I was pregnant.
You were.
I was.
Okay, and this is actually like come full circle, Liz, because I don't actually know if you know this, but you told me you're pregnant, and then we went for coffee because you were a contractor
Yes.
for my team at Sage.
Yeah.
And we went for coffee, and I was like picking your brain. I'm like, okay, what's it like? How'd you do it? Tell me more. And then you were one of the reasons and the people that I was like, I'm going to try. I'm just going to try. And so here we are. We're doing it. We're
Oh my
both still
God.
doing it. And I don't know that I
Yes.
ever told you that.
But now you have like a thriving marketing agency.
Okay, let's just also for anyone listening. So Kate opened up, is it Time Is Now Marketing?
Yeah, in 2019. Well,
Okay.
not really true. I quit my corporate job in 2019. I call myself a corporate dropout. I left the corporate world in very end of 2019, and I was going to give myself like a hot sec. I'm like, I'm going to take January to just breathe. I've like worked really hard my entire career for these big brands. I'm like, I just need a minute. And then there was like rumblings towards the end of January about like the world shutting down and it's going to be this scary place. And I'm like, okay, maybe a bad time to leave the corporate world. But simultaneously, I had these like people reach out and like, oh, we heard you're freelancing. We're here. We heard like you're doing some like marketing on the side. Do you want to help us? I'm like, yeah, I do. My intention was not to start a marketing agency at all. I just wanted to freelance and like live my life. One of my core values is freedom and flexibility. And so I'm like, me being stuck as a creative in like a 9-to-5 space is not it. It is so detrimental for me and my mental well-being. Like when I'm up at 11 o'clock at night or 3 a.m. working and then having to be in an office at 9 a.m., like what am I doing to my body?
Wait, where you're literally talking my language. And I can't wait to dive into how that's working as a mom, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
sorry, and were you a copywriter as well? Just like Liz?
No. So I was on the marketing team. I was a senior marketing manager at Sage. And so Liz, I mean, like we were all on the marketing team and we were like fairly adjacent in what we did. So I managed social, influencers, PR, brand partnerships. When Liz left, we brought her back on as a social copywriter and she was amazing to work with. And I was like, Liz, tell me all your secrets. Teach me how to be you in this moment. I need to get out of this. And then when all like the world started to shut down and people kept reaching out to me, it was kind of a snowball effect. It's like, I don't want to say no to business because I don't know what's going to actually happen in this world. And so I'm like, yes to every opportunity. And finally, I'm like, okay, I actually can't do this all myself. So I started to hire a team and we very organically grew a marketing agency and it's been so fun.
Wow. And like what timing too, because basically when that happened, like the whole world needed digital content and you guys were like, sweet.
Well, and like suddenly the world like opened up and like Zoom calls were a thing. And like I could work, like one of my first clients was in Barcelona. And I'm like, suddenly that's like totally normal to work with someone overseas. It's like no problem. Where I think prior to that, it wouldn't have been as accepted or as like a normal of a thing. And there would have been more barriers for that.
When did you decide to like add an employee or like what did that look like?
So I feel like I have these like big milestone moments in my life that are like pretty pivotal where I'm like, something needs to change. So like in my career that happened when I was freelancing, let's call it, I had like a really, really bad flood in my apartment.
Okay.
And I was at a client meeting out in Port Coquitlam. I was downtown. I live in downtown. I was then having to go to Richmond to another client meeting after that. And I got a call from our property manager. It's like, hey, we think your apartment's flooding. Like you got to come home, unlock the door. Like what's up? And so I went home and there was like 6 inches of water in my apartment and we had a flood, like a pipe burst in our sink and there was just water everywhere. And I was like, oh my God. And I was so overwhelmed and I was like going down the elevator to like go bring something downstairs as we were like moving stuff out. And I'm like checking my email as I obsessively do all the time. And there was an email in my inbox from this saint of a girl who I eventually hired, who was like, hi, I really admire what you're doing online. This is my experience. I have X amount of experience with agencies copywriting. I'd love to come work for you. And I met her the next day for coffee and I hired her on the spot. Like, she was like my guardian angel in that moment. And she worked for me for about a year and a half. And that was the moment where I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. We're actually going to figure out how to effectively hire and budget within an agency setting, because I didn't have that experience. I had a ton of experience managing these large brand campaigns, but I didn't know what I was doing in terms of like the operations of an agency, which really is just like a marketing team. I kind of treat it and operate it like it's a marketing team.
Right.
And so I hired her in July of 2020. And then that fall, I think I hired 2 more people and a couple contractors, and we just like, hit the ground running.
Oh my God. Okay. This is so interesting to me because I understand your work ethic probably pre having this big operation where you're just like, cool, I'm going to say yes to all the clients and I'm going to work till all night, but I am so energized by it and I'm so into it. But then to create an operation and system around it is like its own thing where you're like, hey, now I actually need to have profit and loss. And like, I need to actually like, how much money do I need to bring in versus, whereas before it was probably just like, can I make rent and groceries? And like, okay, sweet. And now I'll just work 24/7. But suddenly you're paying other people's bills. You're like less nimble. And like, I can imagine, was that almost scarier than starting your own thing? Was it more scary bringing on others and being liable for other people's rent?
Yeah, like that was like the biggest part was like, that was scary for sure. And I think when I hired my first employee, I was making about like 10,000 a month on like monthly retainers. So I was like, okay, I can kind of like live with that. Like, we can pay her, I can still take a little bit, and like, we'll be okay. We can continue like the hamster wheel to grow.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was just like, it kept snowballing. But every time I hire, it's like really scary. But I kind of have this like not rule, maybe it's like a mantra or something, like I continuously tell myself is like, and this is very woo and I'm very woo, so welcome to my life.
Please, welcome to our podcast.
I'm like, I'm only going to be given as much work as we have capacity for. And so when we hire someone else, it is always scary. And I'm always like, oh, can we make this work? And we can't always make it work. It's never actually as scary as I think. Like, it's always, in my head, it's way worse. It's never bad. The work always comes. We don't do a ton of outbound sales. Everything comes to us organically through search or referrals. And I really only scale and hire when we have like that influx of work. And then we ebb and flow with contractors too. But right now we have 4 full-time employees and then a handful of contractors. All of my employees are moms. They all love this podcast. So like, they're all going to hear this. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Love that.
And like, I love working with people I've worked with before because I know their work. I mean, we are a remote agency. We've had offices on and off that like we can like use as like hot desks, but it never works. Like, people like their space. They want to work when they want. And I think that's something cool I can offer is like the flexibility and freedom to work when you want, where you want. And so
I was going to ask you, like, how do you think you've changed as a leader, like since day one of opening your agency to now? Because like, you've obviously like, just like me, you learn so much every day about like what people want, how they want to be led, it's like weird, right? Too, because you're managing relationships, but you're also running a business and having to make money so that you can continue to pay them. So were you always remote? Like, were you always like, yeah, that's an obvious? I guess you kind of started during COVID.
I kind of had to, like the first couple of years, like we were forced to only be remote. And looking back, I don't know that I would have honestly had an agency if it wasn't for COVID. And like, COVID brought a lot of bad, but in my eyes, like that actually brought me something really good.
Yeah.
And I am so happy to have this like group of women that work with me, and we do these really cool things together, and they're all really talented and really smart. And people are always like, oh, it must be so nice being your own boss. And I'm like, is it though? Like, some days I'm like, is it? Like,
that's the biggest misconception. I'm not my own boss. I now have like 60 people under the age of 25 that are my bosses.
All these people. I'm like, and I'm a big fan of like Simon Sinek's Leaders Eat Last. And so I'm like, yeah, I call some shots, but like I like depend so much on these women. They're amazing and they're so talented and so smart. And like, I need to make sure the machine's working for them.
Yeah.
And so I don't like when people are like, oh, you can just work whenever you want. I'm like, actually, I work all the time. Like, what are you talking about? I can't just work I don't just turn it on and off. That's not who I am. And it's never been who I am.
Yeah. So, and maybe if you were a freelancer, but it's not like that.
No, it's not like that. So yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say as a freelancer, there is freedom in it, but like I do actually work all the time because it's like you don't know what a month is going to look like 2 months from now. But I feel like it's an easier pill to swallow when you know you're doing it for your own bottom line rather than like some
100%.
big brand that you're like, I don't really
The
care.
number in the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Can I ask you, what is your role in your business? And has your role changed a lot since you were a solo operation?
Yeah, so early days I did everything and I hated it. It's
Mhm.
like I can't do it all. It's like you're doing the work, you're doing the creative, you're marketing your agency, you're doing the bookkeeping, you're doing like the sales, you're doing hiring, you're doing everything. So I slowly like started to hire and it's obviously shifted and I hire these key roles for like specific areas.
Mhm.
Right.
So I was doing everything and now it's slowly like petered out. My dream in this whole thing is like I'm operations. I'm making sure the machine's well fed, we're well oiled, everyone's happy, clients are happy, employees are happy, everyone's having a good time. Another key one of my values is fun and I love to have fun and so I try to have fun in everything that we do at the agency. And so that's like my ideal world. We were slowly transitioning to that before I went on mat leave. And I say mat leave loosely because I don't
Mhm.
get a mat leave. I'm not an employee of my business. I just take dividends and there's no time off. I don't make money if I don't work. And so I just kind of like I created this 6-month mat leave rollout for me. And I'm like, oh, this actually feels like that's a long time to be off work, but like we're gonna try it. And I rolled it out and it basically had for the first month was me stepping back but still being available. And so my team is going to pretend I'm not available. And if
Mhm.
they need anything, I'm still there. And it went so well. They didn't need me at all. They like didn't ask me questions. There was like no issues that they needed help with. And I'm like, okay, like, are they just like not doing anything? Are clients not really giving us any problems? Are they just like really handling it? And they were just really handling it.
Yeah,
And so
it's amazing.
now we're at like month 5 and my like leave is supposed to be over next month. Like I'm by no means ready to go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is I'm so naive in thinking that I was going to be able to go back to work after 6 weeks and slowly transition back. And so I'm meeting with them tomorrow to talk about what my next phase looks like. So yeah, shout out to those girls who are going to find out tomorrow what my next phase looks like.
That's amazing. Yeah, I had a similar situation. I was like, okay, I'll check in 6 months. And like we were still doing opens and stuff, so I was still kind of showing up and like answering a few questions, but like I was like, okay, 6 months, we'll check in, like I'm sure it'll be great. And I was like, oh wait, like not only am I just not ready, but like my family's not ready.
Oh my
Like it
Yeah.
gosh.
just
Okay,
yeah.
and no one tells you so I'm exclusively breastfeeding, and so no one
Mhm.
tells me, like, how much my daughter actually needs me and how often that like, I have my pump next to me because in about 15 minutes, I'm gonna have to pump.
Yeah,
And, like,
love that.
that
Oh my
is a
God.
full-time job. No, like, seriously, she's right here. We love her.
Wait, hold on. This is like we've already figured out what our TikTok is of this
This
episode.
content is going to be gold. I
No, it's
can't wait.
amazing.
We love it. But no, I totally hear you. And, like, so what I do right now is, like, I approve payroll. I do check my emails every night, but, like, I'm not doing any work, and it's been so amazing. And I think from,
Mhm.
like, me wanting to be more operations, this is, like, a really good segue into that.
Yes, like, I always
Mm,
think whenever I go on vacation, I feel that way where I'm like, okay, I feel like people kind of have to figure things out and then they just learn it and then they
They
just keep doing
do.
it. And then every time I come back from vacation, I feel like I do less work because
Yeah.
they're just like more in it, and like
Yes.
figured it out.
And, like, they're, like, so efficient and they're doing so well. I'm like, "Am I, like, a bottleneck in my own agency? Like, am I the problem here?" Like yeah,
Truly,
no
like usually, yes. Like I feel like Liz has worked with so many startups, and often it is the founder
oh, yeah.
who is the
literally
bottleneck. And
always. Literally
yeah,
Yeah.
always.
I'm like, "Okay, great." Like, I don't wanna be that.
yeah,
I don't wanna be that. Why didn't anyone tell me that I'm the problem? It's me. Why didn't anyone say that?
So what is like your
totally.
ideal
Well, this is
what are you going to ask? What are you going to tell them tomorrow? What's your ideal situation?
Yeah, I just need more time. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I feel like my family needs it, my daughter
Yeah.
needs it. I also feel like I can never get this time back. Like we are
Yeah.
a one and complete family. We will not have another. I mean, never say never, but we have no intention of having another. So I really want to soak this all
Mhm.
in and absorb it and be there for her as much as I can and just like cherish this time with her because she's only little once.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how I felt. It actually put so much into perspective too when I was going through that. Where even now, like my goal is literally, I feel so weird saying it because it feels so trad wife and like anti me, but I want to make dinner for my family every night. Like
Yes.
I want to eventually, when my kid is in kindergarten or school, I want to pick them up. Like
Yep.
that's just like those are the things I want to do. It took me a long time to own that because I felt like so embarrassed by it. My world is very male dominant, so I had some men in my life being like, "Well, you're gonna change after you have a kid," and like all this
Oh
stuff, and
yeah.
I just felt myself really push against it, and now I'm like,
Mhm.
no, fuck it, I have changed. It'd be fucking weird if I hadn't changed.
Totally.
So,
Literally,
It's like
it
not a
would be
bad
weird.
thing.
but
Yeah.
I hate that it makes them right. You know, it took me like a
Yeah.
lot of conversations with a very amazing woman to get over like being okay to like being able to own that. But yeah, like and again, I always say like they don't have to live with my life on my hospital bed, like on my deathbed, not to like really narrow it down to that, but like I have to live with it. And what's going to make me feel best is, yeah, making dinner for my family and like
Totally.
picking my kid up from school. And like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I have core memories as a kid, like making cookies with my mom after school. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want that with
yeah,
my daughter. And
yeah,
that was never me. Like I was always so focused on my career and my job and my business. I'm like, I was so laser focused. And now
yeah.
it took a lot of very, very much like you, Katie, a lot of conversations with my therapist. Like, what could this look like? What would this look like? And here we are. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Oh my
Yes.
God. I love you. I can't like we're internet best friends, but like I'm feeling so much more real life best friends with you. Like I totally can relate. It's like such a big transition. For me, I never grew up saying I wanted to be a mom or like have a family or anything like that. So yeah, it was like a big contrast. When you first started your business, did you think you were gonna have a family or like when
No,
did that change for
no.
you?
We never ever thought we would. Not just because we didn't want it. Like we love to travel. We go on like 2 or 3 big trips a year. My husband also has his own business, and so there's like a lot of like there's like stresses obviously that come with businesses and me starting my own agency, and it's just like not anything either of us wanted. And so that was, and we've been together almost 15 years, and it was like never on our roadmap. There was
Mm-hmm.
a point in time where we would have biannual check-ins. We called them like our biannual general meeting as our family. We treated our marriage like a little bit of a business where we check in, and
I
we had
love
a
it. Are
plan
you both
to
Virgos?
no, neither actually.
Oh my
But
God. Crazy.
we had a plan to like retire really young, and we had like financial goals we wanted to hit and life goals we wanted to hit. And so we're like, well, obviously kids are going to impact that. Like it's not a thing. And again, freedom and flexibility, super big and important to us. And then a few years ago, my aunt and uncle, who I was both very, very close with, they died within about a 6-month period of time. And it kind of like shook our family up in a really, it's kind of like this is kind of dark to say, but in a way that like made us, I don't want to say a positive way because it wasn't the case at all, but in a way that made us like have like this whole new perspective on life and an outcome. And him and I we were having like our end of day debrief as we do in bed. And we were both kind of like, it was after one of the funerals, and we were like, wow, like that was like it was a big day. And okay, like it was really cool how the family came together to support everyone. And it was just like when you're together, it's so impactful. And then we're like, so like what happens when we die? Like,
Mm-hmm.
not to say that's a reason to have a kid, but it put things in perspective. That's like, what's our legacy going to be? We've done it all. We've traveled the world. We have our businesses. We're in 10 years from now, we're going to be bored. When we're 90, are we going to wish there was little kids around? And we were both like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spent like literally a year and a half talking to a therapist to be like, I've spent my whole life thinking I didn't want kids. What do I do? Like I'm having these feelings like I don't want this to be a regret if we do have a kid, but like help. And she helped me through it. And I'm so happy we have a daughter. Like she's so fucking cool. And it's so cool to like, she's like the wildest mesh of us. Like my husband is so funny and she's so funny. And I'm like so dramatic and she's so dramatic. And it's just like the coolest melting pot of us. And now we get to like show her the world. And I think that's like the
Yeah.
coolest part, and something that I never even like realized, that I was just like, oh, a kid, I'm going to have handcuffs on the rest of my life. It's like, no, it's actually going to be really fucking cool.
Yeah, and like back to you saying you run it like a business, it does feel like Chris and I, like CJ is our like product almost. Like if
Totally.
we're gonna use
Yes.
those analogies, and it's like we're like, oh my God, like we just can't believe we created like such a perfect product, and like we're so
Yes.
proud of this product. And like I don't know,
Literally.
we're just and like it's so fun being a partner in a new way with Chris, you know?
Yes. And it's
like
cool to see Brian like as a dad, like he was always really, really good with kids. And I would say he was like more like I could always see him as a dad, but I was never really like very maternal. And it's like so cool to see him as like an actual dad now. It's like it's really awesome.
yeah, I can relate to that.
I just love hearing that story because when you hard launched your baby, I had like an emotional reaction to that post. Can you tell us about the decision to hard launch your baby? Because obviously, like as a social media expert, like I'm assuming it was strategic.
Okay,
Hey-
and I need to give background on this question because the minute Liz booked you for this podcast, she was like, we need to ask her about this. We need to ask her about hard launching. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the whole reason you're here today. So Liz can ask this one question.
I
So
love
I'm
it.
dying to know.
the
I love
pressure
it.
is on.
I even said to Katie, I was like, if I have another baby, I'm going to hard launch. And she's like, there's no way you'd be able to keep it in.
Oh, okay, so why did I decide? Okay, so I think like I've been a marketer my whole life. When I was younger and going to the mall with my mom, like I'd be like, I don't want to go in that store, mom. They have a really bad logo. And mom's like, get over yourself, you're 5. Like that's just like who I've been my whole life. And
Get it.
so
I get it.
and I've worked in the marketing world for like 15 years and I know the importance of a good launch. I know how important it is. And obviously nothing prepares you for launching a human. But I was like, everyone is so opinionated when it comes to children. Like everyone has advice. It's usually really outdated and bad advice. I really wanted to protect my peace and my energy as I was pregnant, and I was really intentional. I'd also say like my Instagram is not, I don't really overshare. I don't really share a lot of personal things on Instagram. Kind of transactional. Like we get a lot of business through my Instagram. I network a lot over Instagram. And so I'm just like, we're just going to leave this as is for now. We're going to hard launch and that's going to be it. And like, we went to my family, my parents, my sister, her husband, and my husband and I, we went to Italy in last fall and I was pregnant and I like couldn't post any photos from Italy because I was pregnant. And like, I just didn't want to blow that. We went to, my girlfriend got married in Cabo in November and I like made her sign an NDA. I'm like, do not post
Stop.
anything of me pregnant. Like I will actually kill you.
I'm
And
dead.
she's like such a good sport. She didn't. And then as soon as I had the baby, she posted like all the photos of me being pregnant. I really, really don't want the social media world to know. I want to protect my peace and my energy around people like asking me questions. How are you feeling? When are you due? Like, was it a boy? Is it a girl? Do you have a name? Like all of that shit. I just didn't want any of it. I just wanted to have like a nice pregnancy and enjoy it offline.
I love
Did
that.
you, and so like you still told everyone in real life?
Oh my God, there was no hiding it. Trust me. There was
Okay.
no hiding it at all. If I saw you and like I knew you like in real life and like not online, absolutely you knew.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, I was really nervous to share. Like I don't think I turned really private once I became pregnant and literally didn't share anything on the internet. And then I randomly like shared something, I think at 5 months or 6 months, I don't know. And then randomly like when I had CJ just like post a photo, it was like
Yeah.
CJ. I've never written his real name like on the internet.
I love it. No, I love it.
And only my friends text me, they're like, only we know that you like literally physically can't put his real name, but no one else would notice. I'm like, no, I literally could never write his name on the internet. So, okay. And like, was it so exciting when you launched it? Like,
It was
tell us about
so
the
exciting.
endorphin rush of that.
We didn't even launch it right away. Like I think she was probably like 2 weeks old. I was like, I went into like pregnancy, like, I don't want to say naive, but like maybe a little naive. Like I didn't read any of the books. I didn't do any of the courses. I'm like, women have been doing this since the start of time. We're going to be okay. What I really focused on was my postpartum, like 4th trimester period. And so that's
Smart.
all I could focus on. And so I was like, okay.
I feel like that's actually the least naive of anyone I know. I would say that makes you like so much more smart.
I'm like, yeah, that would have helped me.
So I just really focused on that and like how to get through the 4th trimester successfully. And so I don't even remember your question. Sorry. Again, no sleep.
Oh,
me neither.
The launch. How was launch day? Tell us
Oh,
about
yeah.
launch day.
Oh, electric. It was electric. I said to my husband, I was like, so I already know what the caption was going to be. I didn't know what photos we were going to use, but we like finally like sourced or like filtered it all down. I was like, okay, what do we think? Sourced, you know,
Yeah.
the marketing brain in me. We sourced my daughter's launch photos. And I was like, okay, I said to my husband, like, okay, what do we think? He's like, yeah, it's great. I was like, okay, hit post me. I don't want to do it. There's too much pressure. You just do it. And so he did. And yeah, it was great. It was, I mean, I knew it would be great. Everyone was like so supportive and excited and happy for us. And it's probably our most engaged photo, if I have to be honest, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was a really exciting end to a chapter that I kept very private for us.
Yeah.
And it definitely was the right move. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's so good when people like listen to themselves too. And they're like, wait, I just like, no, I don't want to share this. And like, I owe nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
And
But, like,
also I think it was very strategic because like I'm pretty sure your hormones really start to dip a few weeks after labor. So that was like really smart to just like pump up the endorphins like on week 2.
Give
That's
yourself
so
that little
true.
dopamine
I
hit.
didn't even think of that, but you're so right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
how crazy is that hormone drop, by the way? Like,
Oh my God.
no
it's
one
insane.
warned me about that. There's a lot of things people didn't warn me about, but that one,
Yeah.
I literally came home from the hospital and we live in an apartment, and I got out of the elevator and I just like stepped out and I started crying.
Oh,
And my
yeah.
husband's like, "Are
Oh
you
my
okay?"
God.
And I'm like,
Same.
"No, I'm not. What am we doing? Like, what is happening?"
Yeah.
We had like an emergency C-section. So then I came home. Suddenly I'm like, wait, like that's so cute that I put all these like pads in every washroom in case I needed them pre. It's like, no, no, no. Like I actually needed to install like an elevator.
Yeah.
But then and I remember like I got upstairs and I went in the shower, first shower. Like since then, I refused. If you know me, this is not
Gross.
a
In the
surprise. There's
hospital?
no fucking way.
Disgusting.
The
No,
fact
me
that I even
neither.
slept in the hospital is like I deserve an award, but no way am I showering in a public space like that.
Public fabric and Katie are not
Mm-mm.
friends.
No, and
I'm
public
literally, Katie, we might
grout?
be the same
No.
person. That is disgusting.
Thank
No.
you.
It's disgusting. I packed 2 pairs of sandals in my hospital bag because I'm like, what if I can't find a pair?
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, that's so smart. I obviously packed one and they came home and then I went straight in the garbage. There
Oh
was
yeah, mine
no
too. They didn't even
fucking
come
way
home
those
with me.
things
I
were
left them in the
entering my
hospital.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way.
I love it so much. So, anyways, I get home, I go up, somehow get up all the stairs, and I have a shower. And like, first of all, this first time like I've ever looked down. Like I can't even look at paper cuts. Like it's just not my vibe. I'm not a medical human being. Like I can't even put a tampon in without an applicator. So you think I can like look at this? So I like looked down. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a monster. And then my sister came into the bathroom and I just started crying. I was like, like I'm stuck up here now. Like I can never go back downstairs. Like how am I ever going to live my life? Like I'm stuck up in my bedroom. And then my brother and sister came and ate dinner with me in bed. And like,
Oh, the best.
I'm pretty sure I still
Yeah.
cried for another 6 months, but it's so fucked when you first come home. Like, are you kidding me?
It's so
crazy.
scary. It's so
Mhm.
scary. And you're like, I'm here forever now. I remember one time Katie
Yes.
came over and Emmett must have been like 2 weeks or something. We were just sitting there and Aaron was sitting on the couch, Katie sitting there, and I just start crying and they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, this is just forever now. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a shocking thing. What has been like the most shocking thing for you so far?
I think like, okay,
Sure.
one of my best friends said to me the other day, she's like, I saw something on obviously TikTok. She
Yeah.
read something somewhere. She saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
That you're only as old as your oldest child. So she's like, you have a
Okay.
5-month-old. That makes you a 5-month-old mom.
Yeah.
So like
Mm.
you shouldn't feel confident in what you're doing. Things should be hard because you're only 5 months old. And I was like,
Yes.
oh damn, like, okay, I like that POV.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like what surprised me the most, I'd say like how similar having a baby is to building a business. Like sleepless nights, stressful situations, you don't know what you're doing. There's high highs, there's low lows. And I think because I went through that during a time where there was like so much uncertainty in the world,
Mhm.
I do think that kind of prepared me a little bit for like
Yeah.
motherhood in like a very non-conventional way. Yeah, and I also think like breastfeeding surprised me. Like it's fucking hard. No one tells you how
Mhm.
hard it is. Like because she was early, she didn't know how to latch. So we went to like lactation consultant after lactation consultant after consultant. We went to the breastfeeding clinic at St. Paul's. We like triple
Oh my
fed for
God.
almost a month. Like it
That
was
in
insane.
itself, like just the travel, like
The clinic.
Oh yeah, it was awful. And like bless my husband, he took a couple months off because I had a C-section too, but mine was like it was planned, and so we knew he was going to take time off. He was a saint, but the whole breastfeeding thing's a fucking trip. It really
Okay,
is.
I was actually going to say at the beginning of the pod, like you were talking about breastfeeding, and like, yes, your husband can take time off, and yes, he could do 90%
Yeah.
of the work and the
Mhm.
admin. But at the end of the day, the breastfeeding situation, like, it just means that biologically, it'll never be even. And that's what I
No.
really realized in parenting and like breastfeeding was like, oh no, like like there's no 50-50 here. Even if
No.
all parties are trying for that, when you're breastfeeding, it's non-stop. Like
Stop.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
It's so funny. I posted a TikTok this morning actually. We were at a family function yesterday and my daughter was hungry, so she doesn't like eating when there's like lots of things to look at and lots of noises
Oh,
because
yeah.
she won't eat, right? So we go into
Same
like
as
a
my
quiet
child.
dark room and we were at my in-laws and I'm in there, I'm feeding her, I'm rocking her to sleep, and it's like the trend. It's late night find and it's like a photo of me like rocking my daughter to sleep. And it felt like the internet was attacking me like, well, you knew what you signed up for as a mom. You like, where's your husband in this? What, like, it
Oh
always
my
falls on
God.
the mom. And I'm like, hey, you're like missing the point. Like, I fucking love this.
I know.
I get
I
to
saw
take
your
a
post.
beat.
I felt that. I was like, no, like it's
Yeah.
like it's like two things can be true. You're like,
Yes.
my family is outside eating dinner and like chatting, and I feel left out, but also this is like the only place I want to be,
Totally.
the only place I need to be.
Yes. And like,
Yeah.
I get to feed her in quiet and peace. And it like,
Yeah.
I get a
Yes.
minute to myself.
I actually
And, like
loved that. Like during Christmas time, I just like
Oh
hid
yeah.
upstairs and fed my
it's a
baby. It
really
was
good
Love it.
amazing.
excuse.
I
Once
love
you
But
have a
it.
baby,
also
you always have an
Always
excuse.
have an excuse. It is the
Always.
But also
best.
like thank you trolls. Like you'll take the
I'll take the engagement.
engagement.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will like every single one and comment back to all of them to up
Absolutely.
my okay.
Absolutely.
This is the perfect time to talk to you about what we are also so excited to talk to you about, Kate. You are popping off on TikTok. Like
Oh my gosh, you
again,
guys.
I feel like I knew you and then you went on TikTok and you became basically I don't think you did you even do TikTok before you became a mom?
No, I didn't.
Okay, and then so you basically like
Mm-mm.
hard launch your TikTok career at the same time as hard launching your child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my
truly.
God. And I think what I love about it is, and I'm not caught up on like you on all the social media, but my memory of you on Instagram is yes, you're the career woman, you're CEO, you're founder, you've done this amazing thing with your business. The TikTok you is like, yo, this is me. What the fuck is happening in this world?
Totally.
This is me. And like, I'm in it and I'm documenting it and I'm having a good time jumping on trends. And you're so vulnerable and so real and so raw. And I'm like loving it. Like, it's so cool to see that side of you, you know?
Thank you.
Me
Yeah,
too.
no, it's like been really fun. And I think what's interesting about TikTok, so I've obviously always had an account. We manage TikTok accounts. I know how it works. I know the game. And it was just like, it's another beast that I didn't have capacity for
Yeah.
pre-baby. Not that I have capacity for it now, but it feels a lot easier and authentic.
Yeah.
And so what I
and
love
like,
about
is there less pressure now? Cause it's like,
yes.
you're,
Oh my gosh, yes.
yeah.
Like that I find Instagram is like so boring and it's so beige and it's like I still believe in it for businesses and brands. It's a very powerful tool and for what I needed when I had my daughters, I needed a community and I don't think Instagram's a community anymore. Back in the day it was totally a community. It is not anymore. And I love that there was this like community of new moms and there was a bunch of creators that were always on my For You page that had babies around the same time or a little bit before me. And I loved what they were doing and how they spoke and what they were sharing. And I like related to them so deeply. And I remember I had my daughter and like 2 weeks later, there was like the announcement that like TikTok was going to be banned. And I'm like, no, how am I going to survive? Like, no, like you're my person at 3 a.m. when I'm feeding. Like TikTok is my person. Like you can't be banned. And so it was just like, it's been this place for me. It's been a creative outlet. It's been a place where I can like connect with other moms. And I obviously use it as a search engine and there's so much great information on there. And like Liz and I were chatting before this and then between TikTok and ChatGPT, like that's the third parent in our relationship. Like
Totally.
that is who we go to for everything.
Wait, how cool. That's such a different experience than we had. Like already
know.
you're having a kid 2 years after me and yet like you're having a totally different experience with technology, which is really
It's
cool.
wild. Yeah.
I
It's also
know.
scary though. Like what sort of world is my daughter growing up in? Like she's
Oh
not
my
going to use
God.
her brain.
You actually
Like,
can't
that's
think about it.
scary.
No, you can't. But like actually I was saying to Kate, I feel like it would have been such a game changer because all I really had was Instagram and it was just like I would like look at other moms who
Oh,
like
perfect and polished and oh,
what does that sound? Is that your
You
pump?
know, my coffee machine turns off like automatically if no one's used it.
Sorry.
You've been at
Sorry.
my house. I have like a kitchen that's very highly operated, but like the ice machine is always moving and shaking, and the coffee machine, everything's always working. But
The ice is about to go off. I can feel it.
so sorry for the interruption.
But like when
good
I
time for
had
me to take my
Emmett,
pumps off.
literally.
Oh yeah,
when,
this is a great time to take your pumps off. Yeah.
yeah. Get
And
the
you know
milk
what?
up.
I'm gonna give a little ice shake just to get it all out of the system.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, it was all like taking care of babies, like mom,
yeah.
day in the life. Or like I would look at
Oh,
other
God.
moms who had like their kid the same time as me and be like, look at her post she's doing of like every month, the milestones.
Oh yeah, we can blame your postpartum depression on Instagram 100%.
Yeah, if I had TikTok, if I had the videos you're posting, Kate, I would have been like, oh, got it. I'm not
It's like
weird.
yeah.
I'm not alone. Like,
No.
it's such a different world. Are you like, is there moms that you follow now and like you're kind of on
God.
the like same journey at the same time?
Yes. There's a
Yeah.
couple. I knew you were going to ask me this, so I took some screenshots because I can't remember anything these days.
Oh my God, don't worry. You know what? We'll just share them. We'll share them in our really exciting show notes where we post everything.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you
please.
know about this content strategy, Kate, but we'll let you know. Like show notes are popping off on our podcast. We put
It's like
everything in
Substack.
there. It's
the new
literally our
Substack.
Substack. Like
Okay.
we drive to show notes, like, because we can never be bothered to like actually,
I
come
love
up with
it.
remember
info.
anything.
So we
Love
Yeah.
just
it.
dump it in show notes and we're like, there you go. We've done our homework. We're not going to send you a newsletter. We're not going to post it on our Instagram stories. You
No.
can go to our show notes and find anything you need to
I love that
find.
so much. Okay, well, I'll send
Yeah.
you screenshots, but like off the gate, like there's there's a woman. I don't know if she's. I don't know where she is. I don't think she's Canadian. Maybe
Okay.
American. She's a Black woman. And her handle's the Chelsea Dream, and she is my favorite mom influencer on TikTok. She is so real. She co-sleeps with her son. She like is like, you can never spoil a baby. Like, I love her so
Yeah.
much, and I like just want to embody her every single day. I love what she's doing. And then there's a couple others like Lo Winthrop. I don't ever think I followed her before, but she's like pretty big. And I have a handful, but they always come up my For You page, and I'm just like, yes, I like obsessively binge their content.
Oh,
Oh my
so
God.
good.
That's so comforting. You need a comfort creator when you're
Yes.
up all
Totally.
night
Yeah.
Yes.
and knowing someone else is going through it with you.
Yeah.
Do you like, I'm just so impressed. Like, do you have any like mandates with yourself where you're like, I need to post once a day? Or like, because I
No.
just feel like you're so active. Are you just like excited and inspired and it is your way to connect with the community?
Yeah, I kind of have this rule, like, I don't wanna become obsessed with it, like, I don't want it to become what Instagram is, but I think if, like,
Mhm.
I have something, I post it. I don't gatekeep, I don't hold drafts.
Yes.
Some days I'll post 5 times, other days I won't post for a couple days, and I just want it to feel like, authentic and fun, and as soon as it's not that, it's like, I don't wanna be here, and
Mhm.
Yes.
I just think it comes across. I mean, that's what TikTok is, right? Like, that's what you want. You want it to be, like, kind of, like, edgy and raw and not polished and just feel authentic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. I kind of had this weird thing where I was like, I want to post once a day, but it was actually to give myself like something out of the mundane, like, wake window,
Yeah.
breastfeeding window situation where I was like, okay, something I can like think about creating. And then I will, like, I love creating things. So it just like gave me like a project that wasn't like sitting on the floor with my baby doing
Oh
tummy
my gosh.
time, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that really helped me.
most of the times when I am posting, like, we contact nap and she's sleeping on me and I'm, like,
Mhm.
scrolling and I'm like, "I have an idea, I'm gonna post it right now," and, like, it's like nothing's over edited, it's not hard, it's just, like, it
Yeah.
takes 2 seconds and you post it, and sometimes it pops and sometimes it doesn't, and
Yes.
it's just fun. It's fun.
I've actually gotten to a point where I don't know how to post. I was saying this to Liz, like, I don't know what to post on Instagram. Okay, I'm very loud about I want to be a content creator. Like, I just love it. And like, I want to spend more time in that space. But like, I don't know how to post to Instagram anymore. I'm like so cringy about
No,
it. I'm like, what am
neither
I
do
supposed to
I.
do on there?
Yeah, honestly, I was, like, so excited for your podcast. I'm like, "Great, they're probably gonna post something, they'll add me as a collaborator, I'm gonna have fresh content on my Instagram," because I do
Yes.
not post on there anymore. It's so beige.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
like, okay,
inspired.
so as a marketer, like, what should I be posting on? Like, and then I was like, you
Mm.
know what? I posted my smoothie recipe the other day because I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. That most of those people on Instagram have followed me for food for like hundreds of years. So maybe that's what I post there, but it still feels really weird. Like, what do I
Yeah,
post there? What would you
yeah,
say for people like me? Or maybe
yeah.
I should ask Liz because you are so nonchalant about your Instagram posts. Like, you're just like, here's this, here's this. Like, you're so great about it.
I think it's just I'm not as okay, I'm gonna say this and it's gonna sound self-deprecating, but like I'm not as I would say intentional as like either of you. I'm just kind of like, I like this thing, I'm gonna post
Mhm.
it. And that's kind of always how I've been on the internet. And
Yes,
I feel
and
like
I would
you're
also say
treating Instagram like we treat TikTok.
yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say you don't
probably.
use TikTok, so maybe your Instagram, like, maybe TikTok feels a little bit more like, "What do I post?"
Well, it feels a little bit more like work for me because it doesn't
Mhm.
feel totally authentic. However, like there's some things like forever I've always posted like what I'm reading and people like really like it. And
I
sometimes people
love
who
those
like
posts. Oh my gosh.
yeah, people who I don't even really talk to will be like, "Hey Liz, I'm going on vacation next week. What should I read?" And like I
Yes.
probably should put that on TikTok, but I'm just so in like the like rhythm
Yeah.
of doing it on Instagram and then like I don't know. I think it just yeah, I just, like, don't think that much about it, and it is a place where I do get work, and now
Mhm.
that I'm, like, doing more writing, it's a place for me to, like, showcase my writing, but, like, I get it, like, there is like I said to you, like, it can be, like, a place to just, like, make you feel like shit, whereas TikTok, like, I feel like no one's, like, doing their hair, no one cares about what their kitchen looks like, it's, like,
Mhm.
way less polished, but Yeah, I
But yeah,
mean,
but I want work, right? So like I think I need to sorry, we're just workshopping my career right
I
now, but
love
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
No, I
I
love
feel
this.
like
Here for it.
I just need to figure out like, yeah, who am I on Instagram? You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like,
I think your smoothie post was so perfect there, and I will
okay.
also say, like, Katie is, like, really trying to, like, one up me on Substack, like, she's writing on Substack. She
Well,
did this
yeah, I
post
mean,
the other day.
give me a new something. I'm going to use it. That's just what I
Right,
do. Yeah.
and Katie did this post, and I'm like, "You could actually then post that on Face or Instagram."
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what was like, I don't know what the topic was, but I'm obviously gonna look after this. But Katie, for you, I feel like you have this opportunity on TikTok to really showcase like you being a business owner,
Mhm.
Hmm.
your recipes, your vegan lifestyle. Like I think all of that ties also into Squamish, which is like
Yeah.
you like show yourself outdoors. Like I think there's like a
Yes.
lot of things that like overlap there,
Like for
which
TikTok
for
or for
Instagram.
Instagram? Okay. For Instagram. Okay.
Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess TikTok too, but I think if you're looking for like what is my thing on Instagram, it's like,
Yeah.
well, like lean into those things
Okay.
because when I think of you, like I think of those four things. And when I look at your page, I'm like, that's what should be on your page.
On Instagram. So food okay, wait, this is so helpful because I feel like on TikTok I just post whatever and like if I
Yeah.
like the shirt, which is Liz's by the way, I'll like post
I
it.
love it.
I'll post I know because I was like, oh, I need to give it back to her this week. So like I don't think I've worn it on the pod. Let's get one more wear out of it.
Yeah,
But
okay, well,
then I was
you get one more. You get one more.
and then I was like, okay, I don't remember what I was. Oh, but yeah, it would be weird to put like I do like random outfit checks of literally me wearing jeans and a t-shirt on
I love
TikTok,
it.
but I
No, but
could
I love
never
it. But
put
that's
but that's
TikTok.
not
That's not
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yes. Okay, so
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
helpful. Wait, this is so helpful. And sorry, everyone who's listening who came here to see Kate Fisher and now they're getting Katie Riddell.
I love it.
So, okay. So you think I'm doing more like Squamish, food,
Yeah.
that kind of
Recipe
thing.
sharing's huge. Like make more
Yeah.
recipe videos. People
Yes.
love that.
The smoothie one, can
It
I
just
say
feels so saturated, but I guess it's all saturated and like
no,
fuck
and
it.
Yeah.
you're funny about it too, like, I will say the other day, my sister was over, and I was, like, getting stuff out, and she's like, "Are you making smoothie of the day? Or smoothie of the summer?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I made it too." And so I'm
Wait,
like,
I love it. I love it.
"Yeah." And so, like, you definitely need to lean into that because you're funny when you post them. It's
thank
not
you.
just, like, a boring, nutrition girl being like, "This
Oh
is, like, what it's," you know?
God, shoot
Also,
me
you
if
the
that
other
ever
day, I don't know
becomes
if this
me.
was TikTok or Instagram, so maybe it was TikTok, but you showing like you were like covering a shift at Kokomo on a Saturday. I was like, I fucking love
Yes.
this. Like
Yes.
that is like the business owner, like to its core. Like someone didn't show up to work or you were understaffed. Like I guess I'm showing up. Like that is, I live for that.
Okay, speaking of social media, I'm really excited to hear what your thoughts are on this. Like, obviously, you're super intentional. So, what are your thoughts on how you're going to show your child on Instagram or on
Good one.
TikTok? Like, what's your vibe around that?
Yeah, we had to have a conversation with every single family member,
Love
and
it.
some have respected it, some haven't, and
Hmm.
we've had to have follow-up conversations about it. But we don't want our daughter's face shown. I think like I actually really envy parents who do, but my gut's just like I don't want her to have
Yeah, me too.
that. And I don't think it's like, and Liz, I know you show Emmett's face and he's so fucking cute, but I don't want to make that choice for my daughter. She can make that choice for herself. Same,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to get her ears pierced without her wanting to have her ears pierced. Like I
Yes.
just feel like it's a little bit of it's like a consent thing for me maybe.
Mhm.
I think having a daughter in this day and age is also really scary for stuff like that. And so we won't show her face, even like the side of her face. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel like icky about. And yeah, lots of like back of head, lots of
Mhm.
head covers, like that sort of stuff. Like it's not for me. But
Yeah.
I love seeing kids online. Like I love like seeing people's kids grow up online, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
don't we? But it's like, at the end of the day, we don't want it. My husband's doesn't work in the social media world, and he's like, well, whatever. Like he's like more indifferent, but I'm like, it's a pretty hard no for me.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I'm the same. Or sometimes I'll go against it and I'll post and then I'll delete it like a
Yes.
few days later.
I also don't want to post and then family members be like, oh, well, it's fine to post. It's like, well, no, it's not fine to post my
Right.
child.
How do you feel about close friends? Like, would you still post to that? Or are you
No.
still like, no, it's still digital imprint somewhere?
So it's a digital imprint for me. So what happened was this like maybe a year ago? Facebook or Meta used one of my posts, and I don't know which one, in an ad. And I was like part of a lawsuit and I got a settlement from it. And I'm like, hold on. One, I didn't know. Two, there's no permission. 3. It's just like this thing out there. And I got like an email from a lawyer and I was like, is this spam? And then the next day I saw like a deposit in my bank account and I was like, what the fuck? And so I like don't want her face anywhere when Big Bad Meta's out there.
Yeah, fair. And also I feel like
Mhm.
because you're
Yeah.
so in that world too, like you
Totally.
know what can, photos can be used for. And okay, do you also run like a UGC platform? Is that a thing?
So yeah, we have like a whole other side of the agency where we match creators with brands, and
Okay.
we work with a couple brands where we just like we manage the creators to create content for them.
Okay. Cool. Not that that's really relates to that at all. I just thought about it. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, you are in like the realm of like internet content.
Totally. Yeah. And I think there's just like there's so much content out there and there's
Yeah.
there's so many faces out there. I'm just like, I would just want to protect my daughter for as long as I can. And I know I can't do that forever, but like
Yeah.
especially while she's little and she's so cute and so precious. And I really like if you want to see what she looks like, you can see her in real life. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
meet her.
exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of my take. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree.
Yeah. And I agree with you. Like, it's so hard too. Cause like we just had CJ's 3rd birthday. All I want to do is post about like
Yeah.
all of our
Of
family photos and
course.
all the cuteness. But like I do put mine on close friends. I just want to show everyone. But it's like it is such a struggle. And for me, again, it's just what's feeling right in my gut right now.
Totally.
And who
Yeah.
knows what will happen in the future. But
Yeah. And
it's
of
hard
course it
though.
can change anytime. Like we went to the Sunflower Festival in Steveston on the weekend and we did family photos. And I'm like
Oh,
dying
cute.
to share those photos, just like what you said, Katie, with CJ's 3rd birthday. And I'm like, no, I can't. We're not doing that. Like in my
Yeah.
core, my gut says
I
no,
know.
as much as like I want the world to see how cute she is and I want to be
Mhm.
told how cute she is. But like I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. And it's like that's like an ego thing at the end of the day. It's like and my
Yes.
gut says no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, it is like I feel like we've talked about this at some point in the pod. Like it's motherhood is so hard and sometimes it's almost just like this like recognize me for this thing I'm doing.
Totally.
One question I have for you, what has been like your number one like postpartum essential?
Okay, so again, very woo. I got my placenta freeze dried and I take my placenta pills twice a day and I swear to God, they help.
Okay, like how? What do you feel?
Mood stabilization. I'm not super like in the I had a little bit of the baby blues early on, but like I notice the days I don't take them. And I would chalk it up to be like taking ashwagandha or reishi. It's
Right.
like you're like a little bit more chill and calm and
Yeah.
like I just feel like I can handle things a little bit better. And whether that's like a placebo or not, but every single person I know who's pregnant, I'm like, get your placenta freeze dried to take it in a pill form
Oh my
because it was like a
God.
game changer.
I love that. Can you tell us where you did that through?
Yeah, I think she was called the Milk Maven. Okay, I'll send you
Yeah.
to your show notes.
Add to the show
But
notes.
she was referred to through my doula. Shout out to Jess. She
Oh, we
orchestrated
had the
all
same
of it.
doula?
Jess Screeton.
Yeah. Okay.
I
That's
love
amazing.
Jess.
I was going to use
love,
her
love, love
too.
Jess.
But I had a really unhealthy placenta. Like, who knew? It's like so off
no.
brand for me. But
Weird.
anyways,
Gosh.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jess. I mean, and I had like a scheduled C-section, but I was like, Jess, I still need you to be my doula. Like, I need
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I need your
Yeah.
energy in that room with me.
Yes. She actually, like, they weren't going to let Chris, they were only going to let one person in. And we
Yeah.
were like, it's going to be Jess, not going to be Chris. But Chris
Did they
ended up
let?
coming in the room.
Oh my God, good. She
Yeah.
tried to sneak into mine. They wouldn't. Oh,
You know, he would have been a liability in that room.
oh my gosh. I love
So
it.
sorry, they did let Jess in or they didn't let
No,
her
they
in?
didn't. She was like, she got like in her scrub. She's like, I'm just gonna come down there with you, and like, I'm just gonna walk in. She like got scrubbed up, and what she was like hanging with Brian as they rolled me into the OR, and then like only Brian came in. I was like, damn it! Like I really wanted Jess here too.
Oh my God, I
God.
couldn't have made it without Jess. Also, don't you just love that she's like kind of rebel in her
Oh my gosh,
ways?
yes,
Like she's
yes.
so there for you.
Yeah.
And like it's just the best.
And even
Having
after
her
like they
is
had
the
me
best.
like in this post operating room to like chill, and she was like not supposed to be there, and she's like, I'm not leaving, like I'm here. And I'm like, I love you, Jess.
We
It
love
was great.
Jess.
Yeah. No, anyway, so
I mean,
Jess put me in touch with this person because I'd always said to Jess, like, I want to take my placenta. Like obviously don't want to like grill it up and eat it, but I want to like encapsulate it or tincture it or whatever. And so she put me in touch with who to coordinate it with. And she's like, day of, I will do everything. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to make sure that placenta comes out of the OR with you. And so like it wheeled out with me. My husband was like holding it back into our room, and then they put it in the fridge, and then the woman came to pick it up.
Did
and
you
2
look
days
at it?
later. Yeah, it's wild. So the lady sent me a placenta tour. It was
Stop.
crazy, you guys. It's so cool. It was like really healthy and meaty and like bloody, and it was like the wildest thing. It was really, really cool.
It's
Oh my God,
big,
sorry,
right?
the placenta
Big.
tour. Like, I wish I did that.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it was
so
cool.
cool.
So she sent me that. She did placenta prints for me, and
Oh my
then
God.
I take my placenta. It's honestly like that's my number one thing, and I know it's like woo and not for everyone, but my sister's pregnant and she's due in a couple weeks, and I'm like, I will coordinate with this woman. I will bring her your placenta.
That's
You
such a
are
nice
doing
gift.
this.
You should do that as her gift.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's so my friend, like, way back, she had kids really young. She made a smoothie with her placenta,
Yeah,
and I had a sip.
I love that.
Yeah, because I was, like, 23, and I'm like, "Ooh, let's just try this out,"
I
and it
love
just,
it.
like, tasted like
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah, it's like pretty
Oh,
irony. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Be
So
in
what
this
does
world
your
as a
day look
mom.
like, Katie? Like, are you how hands-on are you with your business right now?
Well, I'm actually in a transitional phase right now, like just realizing that I'd rather like take all of our resources, aka our cash, and like put it into my team. And I'm not best used in operations. And I feel like when I'm in the business, I'm in the operating day to day and I'm not doing any of the stuff I'm actually good at, you know? Because that's
Mhm.
just, it's like what fire is like hotter and right in front of you. And it's
Mhm.
always when something breaks down, that's way hotter of a fire than like when, I need to plan a marketing campaign for like the new menu that's coming in a few months. So
Yeah.
that is just isn't working for us right now for my family, for Kokomo, like nothing. So yeah, come the fall, I'm going to actually like step out of day to day and really just rely on my team to run that and really act more of like an advisor for my team. And then I'm actually stepping into back into like the brand world and going to take on and probably not start an agency like you, but go more the freelancer route
I
and take on
love
clients
it.
from like a brand strategy perspective or even like going down that road a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know. It's a whole new world, but I'm so ready for a change. And I'm so excited to like just get back into that world, your world.
That's really exciting. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in the city at any point, hit me up. Let's go for coffee. We can chat all about it.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
so down. Thank you
Yes.
so much for coming on. This was like truly just like so much fun. Like I
It
just
was
So
so
love
fun.
fun. Thank you for having me. I feel so honored. I'm so excited to have this chat with you guys. And like literally I haven't turned my brain on in 5 months, so this was a good
Girl, you are
good
firing on
one for
all
me.
I
cylinders.
know. I'm sorry. There were zero cobwebs in there. I'm so impressed.
Well, thank
She
you.
still got it. She's still in there, 4 months sleep regression and all.
and
We're
and
getting
she
through it.
literally pumped while she was talking to us. Like that's so you must be
Like, you
hungry
made
as
milk.
fuck right now.
I know, I was thinking that when I saw you drink your water,
Thirsty.
I
I'm
was like,
like
"Oh,
fucking
she's
thirsty.
thirsty. She's thirsty."
We'll be calling you in the next 2 days to ask you like, how should we launch this episode? Like
Oh my
what
gosh.
clip?
Literally.
Yeah, what clip should we
Yes.
do? What's our campaign
Yes. Yes, yes,
strategy?
yes, yes, yes. Okay, I can't wait.